Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala. Koholoyim la Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. We just want to say the water to the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. I just wanted to touch on a couple of articles. I got one right here. It says 90-year-old veteran is shot and deleted and then run over outside retirement home during carjacking. Yeah, boy, that's pretty damn brutal. 90-year-old, they frail. You can see, you know, some 90-year-olds being pretty okay shape for their ages, but it's not all there. But you can see U.S. Navy veterans, so these Edomites are pissed about this type of shit. You go into the comment board, right? It says the suspect dumped Nielsen's car approximately 10 minutes after the attack and is currently still at large. So you done all that to take the car for 10 minutes. I guess it probably dawned on them like, well, let me get the fuck out of here because I'm sure they had the description of the car is going to get me caught, whatever. But anyway, the point that I wanted to make is we don't even really have to go too far into these, as far as the stories. Let's get Matthew chapter 24. One of the things that Yahweh spoke of. And we keep bringing this out, man, because you have to walk circumspectly out here. You got to pray first off. You need to be praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and having faith that what you're praying for is gonna come to pass. You know what I'm saying, and not be doubtful or wavering in your mind. You know what I'm saying. But pray for the protection and safety over you and your household, man. Pray for the protection and safety of when you're out and about. No matter where you go, it's nothing to throw up a quick prayer, man. I say that all the time. It's nothing to say a quick prayer to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you can say a prayer, man. And this guy, I'm not sure if he's a Edomite or not, because we don't go by skin color. If you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are an Israelite, and that's that. And if these scriptures resonate with your spirit, then you're an Israelite. Because it's not going to resonate with no other heathen nation, because the Lord didn't give it to any heathen nations to resonate with them. They're not going to get it or understand it like that. You know, they can't fathom that the Lord chose a people over all the other nations, even though the Scripture says that. And they can be a Bible thumping theologian Christian straight out of a Rhema Bible school. They just don't get it. Because the Lord has really just placed a blinders over their eyes, man. They're just not gonna get it. But this is Matthew 24:3, and it reads, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So this is talking about end days prophecies, what will be happening, right? And it says, and Yahushai, well, we say Yahushai because that's his name. Now, verbatim, for any of those that don't know, the world ignorantly calls him Jesus, but his name is Yahweh, which means he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. There are no letter J's in Hebrew. The letter J was actually invented in 1524, 500 years ago. So if the Lord walked the earth 2,000 years ago, you got to do the math there, man. They couldn't have been calling him Jesus because there was no letter J. There was no English language back then. So you got to go into the key words and look up these words in the Hebrew, Greek, Latin languages that was spoken at the time to get a full understanding of what the scriptures are really saying. But you can go off into the scriptures, and if you just go into a few of the like, say for instance, you can go into the Strongs. They have Jesus G2424, and if you go off into it, right, of the Hebrew origin. So it'll take you to the Hebrew origin, which is H3091. See, they had Jehoshua, but we know that there's no J. Matter of fact, there's no letter E, there's no letter O, there's no letter U, no letter V in the Hebrew alphabet. And when you see Jesus, see, the letter I was being used instead of the letter J at the time. That was a Greek transliteration. Jesus, that's Greek. The Lord was not a Grecian. He was not Greek. He was a Hebrew Israelite. The angel Gabriel gave the name to give him. It's Yahushai. So H3091 going into the Hebrew origin is simple. You go back into it. See, if you get rid of these E's, O's, U's, and all this shit, but if you read it and see, those Israelis, they added what you call vowel points to the Hebrew, and you don't need vowel points. That's where you get your letter J, E, O, U, V, and all those sounds from. But if you were to read it the way that the ancient Paleo Hebrew is read, it would be Yahushai, which means he saves. See, you can see it right there. And they got all these different names to confuse people. That this is confusion. Because they clearly know what the name is. All right. So, and the true name of the Father is Yahweh, which means that he exists with the existing one. I actually was driving to work a little while ago, and I seen somebody had on their license plate, he is. And I knew what they were, I took it as a sign of I know what they was trying to do or say, but they probably don't even know that the real name of the Father is Yahweh, which means he is, you know. But I didn't want to, jump off subject, but let's get back to what Yahweh said will be happening in the end days, because we got to explain this, man. A lot of newcomers are coming into this truth, and they don't know these things. They don't know how to actually connect it or go into actually studying it and proving it. I just showed you, that you go to the Hebrew origin, right? Very important, because these names are very important. You can't just call the Lord what you want to call him, man. And Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, right? So let me just jump straight to the point, because this is one of the things that he mentioned in verse 12, right? I'm gonna get it in the BBE. It says, and because wrongdoing will be increased, the love of most people will become cold. In the easy to read version ERV, it says there will be there there will there will so much more evil in the world that the love of most believers will grow cold. And because the good word translation says, and because there will be more and more lawlessness, most people's love will grow cold. Yep. But in the KJV it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So that's pretty much what it is. You a cold blooded ass heathen, man. Doing shit like this to the elderly like that, having simply no regard for the elderly, man. 90-year-old veteran. Isn't this a man that supposedly fought for your country? You know, you should be and wasn't it just what was it? Veterans Day? What was it yesterday? Labor's Day? Something crazy. I don't know, man. I don't be keeping up with no holidays. Anyway, sad situation, and people are pissed. Let's get a couple of these comments, and I'll go to the next article. Carjacking isn't a local problem; it's a national one. Oh well, hey, when you have a wicked people running things, man, lawlessness is gonna run rampant. That just is what it is. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he doesn't know how to run no kingdom, man. This man is running his place into the ground. That's hey, you have to pray in this man's kingdom. Anything can spark off or jump off in this man's kingdom at any point in the game. You can be somewhere. Matter of fact, it was just a shooting that killed a 14-year-old, and I'm not sure if the other person died or whatever. But right at the damn state fair, here you go. You got kids out there just trying to ride some bullshit rides, eat some little cotton candy and shit. The motherfuckers is out there springing out the pistol, man, because the love of many is waxing cold, man. Anyway. It says carjacking should be a federal chargeable offense, starting with 50 years minimum when convicted. Death penalty if the victim dies during or succumbs to injuries due to the carjacking. All carjacking suspects charged as adults. If individual under the age of 18, still charge them as adults, but hold them in juvenile detention until 18, then send them to the big house. Why send them to the big house? No, so what? Motherfuckers should be out of here. So you still got sympathy for these goddamn monsters. No, they monsters, man. If Esau was keeping the scriptures, he claims he's a Christian nation. If he was really keeping the scriptures, then all this shit wouldn't be happening, because we had laws to put somebody down like this, man. It says this deceased veteran was 1,000 times the man of that low life, ignorant fool who took his life. May he rest in peace. May his family find comfort. May justice find the thing shameful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, you never can never can tell, man. What this Edomite done been here for damn near a century, and he goes back to the times of damn near slavery. So he could have been, no telling what kind of lifestyle he lived, man. Just lived a long ass time. Cause see, the Lord will get at you. Eventually, he'll get at you, and none of us know the time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, because this man could have done all kinds of shit in the past 70 years, 80 years, you know? And all that iniquity on his ass is adding up. All the bullshit that he's done throughout, ain't no telling, cheating people, probably done robbed people, probably, like I said, ain't no telling how he treated Israelites throughout his life. He probably, and he's living in Houston, he's probably a well-known damn racist. I'm just me speaking as a man, but you just never know. But we know that Job 4:7. Let's get it real quick. No one dies being innocent. Remember, I prayed thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And then you already know, if he went to war, he could have been in a couple of those wars. You know what I'm saying? If he went to war, Esau not doing people right, man. When they go to war, they be all acting as if they got international courts and war crimes investigators, and man, Esau, everything you've ever done on the planet has been a war crime. And again, like I said, man, these Edomites around this age right here, they come from that real age limit of really hating your ass. Prayers for the family, death to the perpetrator, hopefully something extremely long and painful. Wood chipper at low RPMs, little bitch. 90-year-old man, big bad ass. See, this is how they feel when it comes to their own. Absolutely sickening. What a sad story. This man does everything right, and in the end goes out like this. See? Well, how do you know he done everything right? You don't know this man. You don't know this man when he was in. Hey, before you was well born, he could have done committed all kinds of crimes. This person says, so senseless. My own great grandparents were murdered in 1954 in a small town in northern New Hampshire, close to the Canadian border, and no one has ever been held accountable. Rumors has it that a cousin bragged about committing the crime for their small amount of money. They were in their 70s, but small town America back then didn't have the resources they do now. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to the next article. We ain't tripping on no shit like that, because and we don't give a shit about Esau, man. If he's a damn Edomite, because he's gonna be born back into the kingdom as a slave anyway. Now you got this guy right here. Uh, it says a dog walker, 80. He's 80 years old, kicked to death in park, attacked and named as girls 12 among 5 children arrested over murder. See? And these goddamn kids wild as hell, bro. Hey, that's why we tell you walk circumspectly. I think he might be he's kind of looking like Elam, maybe one of those East Indians or something like that. Ben Sen Ben Bahim son Koli, but he's been here 40 years. And see, these people, they come here and they've been living good, because I think they said what he owned. How many lots? I think they said he owned like 4 lots or some shit like that. So he was about 30 seconds away from getting home. He's always been very active. He has 3 allotments. See, we lived here for 40 years. So he's been here in the Americas living it up. Because these East Indians, because that appears to be what he looks like. I mean, what he is. Like I said, again, we don't go by appearances. But, name, and appearance, we can kind of put a couple of things together. But, you know, they come here, though, and they live pretty well. They don't live around no Jakes. They live around their own. They have their own supermarkets, their own thing going on, their own pretty much they bring their culture here, and they live their culture as if they were in their own country. They don't blend in as Americans. Hell, probably don't even pay no taxes like that. But he's been here 40 years, so who knows? He's probably pretty Americanized, and Probably his children are too. They go to college. They get these degrees. Matter of fact, I'm at the plantation right now. I see a bunch of them. All of them are kind of like other than the Chinese, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's covering the so-called smart shit. They're the ones that's, the engineering heads of the place, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But hey, there you have it, man. I'm not gonna read all off into it, but you can clearly see, hey, these people don't have these kids, motherfuckers don't have no respect for the elderly, man. This is why we tell you, to pray, man, and to walk circumspectly out here. Let's get that real quick, because these days are very evil, man. It says, see then that ye, Ephesians 5:15, Salakia. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. You got to be wise, man. It's not even safe to go out for a morning walk. Look at that shit, man. He was walking his dog. I'm not sure what kind of dogs he was walking, because normally a dog, will, go into a protection mode of an owner. So obviously, he must have been walking maybe a small ass, whatever. Who knows? It should have been walking a pit, man. And they probably wouldn't have ran up on your ass. 80 years old, though. They said, the daughter was explaining that, they was kicking him all in the head and spine and neck and shit. So, and like I said again, man, you could clearly see that man. He's pretty frail already. But we mention that because we always say, I was listening to the apostle yesterday, Apostle Ramlad, and he was going off into, I say it all the time myself, but it's just common sense that the women, children, and elderly are the weaker vessels in this kingdom, and that's who people are gonna strike. That's who they're gonna go for first, basically, unless they just see a big nigga, you know what I'm saying, and they really got something that they want. He got a big ass ring on his finger, watch, he got a couple chains. Hey, they got a gun, they'll run up on you and try you like that. But other than that, they really are looking for someone that's vulnerable, and that's generally the women, kids, or elderly. And that's how we know that, hey, in these last days it's going to be real rough on that particular set of people. But let's get 2 Timothy 3:1. Let's start there. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. In a good word translation here, it says, you must understand this: in the last days there will be violent periods of time. Whew. ERV version says, remember this, there are some terrible times coming in the last days. And he's right about that. BBE, but be certain of this, that in the last days times of trouble will come. And it pretty much all these translations are running it down. This one says, the RV version, but know this, that in the last days grievous times shall come. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, it's about to go down out here. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. That list right there names off almost everybody you can run across damn near. Especially if they're not into this word, man. They're not into these scriptures. They don't know the true name of the Father and Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and they're not really sincerely going after this truth. Then they some fucking heathens, man. And even Jake, 2/3 of Jake, you got to watch our own people, man. It says without natural affection. A person don't have no natural affection, man. If not only do you carjack the man, why did you have to, delete him? Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce. See, it's some very fierce people here, man. Even these kids, I'm telling you. I done a video last week of these. It was 5 girls on the subway, 5 young ladies. I think they was, anywhere from the age of 16 to 20, but they ended up beating up this like, I think he was like 80 years old. He was just on the bench in the damn subway, and they just whooped on him. And this shit happened like about 2 o'clock in the morning. So you got these wild ass wildebeests out here all day and 24 hours a day. You got to be watchful, man. I seen a video yesterday and shit of two chicks and shit setting a guy up to rob him, man. They was acting like one of the girls was sick, something was wrong with her, or something had, I think, maybe she had been attacked. They was acting like that, and the one girl, the one that was acting that way, she kind of sat down on the ground, acting like she was crying, while her other girl was kind of holding her arm, like I guess she was asking for help. This guy come out of nowhere to help, and the one chick walked behind him while he trying to help the so-called chick that's been assaulted or whatever, and this bitch stabbed him in the back, man. The other girl that was acting like she was fucked up, she got up and they ran his pockets, man. They took his wallet, they took his wallet out, took his money. The one chick, she was trying to snatch his watch off. She was having a little problems getting his watch off. Well, she eventually got the watch off, and they just went to rambling through all his pockets, man, and ran away. Fine little chicks too, because one of them was thick as fuck. She was that must have been what got him, you know what I'm saying? Because the one chick that was, that was acting like, that was pretty much the one that stabbed him. She had on them ass shorts, man, with them cheeks out. She was thick as shit too. I guess he must have took that beauty. They weren't bad looking chicks in the video. I'm thinking like, a camera caught them though. So what can you say, man? You got to be careful out here. That's why we said to walk circumspectly and to pray to Yahweh about Shem Yahushai. Can't trust these people, man. It's coming to a point where shit, you can barely trust your family members now, but it's coming to a point where you're really not gonna be able to trust them. Yep, but it says without natural affection, man. Fierce. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch on that. Damn, here go another article. Let's see what this one says. 10-year-old boy confessed to killing former Louisiana mayor and his daughter. God damn. A 10-year-old boy? Joe Cornelius Sr., 82, see? And Keisha Miles, 31, were found deleted Sunday morning after officers were dispatched to Cornelius' home in the city of Minden. I'm not sure where the hell this is at. A 10-year-old, bro. Yep, it says he confessed to the fatal shooting. See, this is what I'm talking about. A goddamn 10-year-old? Man, you in the last days. And that's the spirit. While I'm speaking on this story pops up and comes into my feed. It says that they identified the boy as a relative, but declined to provide additional details. This is what I just said. I literally just said that. By the spirit, man. That's the spirit. I literally just said that you can barely trust your family members now. So just think when shit get really rough. A goddamn 10-year-old? What happened to the nigga playing maybe too many damn video games? I was just about to say what happened to him sitting down playing some video games. Maybe, too many violent ones, man. What, 10-year-old? Man, 10-year-old, man, out trying to ride a bike or something, man, or, nah, I guess not these ones these days. It depends on where you at. Throwing a damn football or something, you know what I'm saying? Out, a 10-year-old? Bro, I'm telling you, man, I let you know where we are. Let's see what the comments are on this when I end out. It says, how, why, or for what reason would a 10-year-old kill? Yeah, because you living in America. This is Babylon the Great. Matter of fact, let me get one more. This one comes to mind. This is Esau's kingdom. This is what happens when wicked people run a kingdom, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Shit will turn into chaos. It's been nothing but chaos over and over and over and over again since this man has been in power over these centuries that he's been in power, man. It even goes back to Alexander the Great when he ended up spreading his kingdom amongst his four generals. It says that wickedness grew in the earth. Them damn Edomites got in power, man, and shit went straight downhill, and it's been that way since they've been in power. Let's get Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. See, that's what's happening. That's what's going on. That's what's really going on out here. The TPT version says everyone rejoices when the lovers of God flourish, but the people groan when the wicked rise to power. Yeah, man. You don't have no choice because I mean they're not capable of running anything right because they're wicked, man. They're distorted. They're perverse, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, that motherfucker is perverse as ever, man. You're not gonna get no more perverse than that, man. And he'll put his hands on the fucking Bible and act as if he's righteous. This motherfucker stole this whole continent, all in the name of sweet white baby Jesus, and claims to be a Christian nation. Have you come to court, swear in on the Bible, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but truth, all that silly shit. And this motherfucker don't keep nothing in the scriptures. And matter of fact, the Bible says that. Let's get on Psalms 50. Damn, the BBE says, but to the sinner, God says, what are you doing talking to my laws or taking the word of my agreement in your mouth, seeing that you have no desire for my teaching, turning your back on my words. Damn, that's the BBE. Let me see. The ERV says, but God says to the wicked, stop quoting my laws. Stop talking about my agreement. You hate me. You hate for me to tell you what to do. You ignore what I say. You see a thief and run. You see a thief and run and join him. Run to join him. You jump into bed with those who commit adultery. You say evil things and tell lies. That's Esau, man. That's fucking Esau, bro. You can't get around it, man. That's him, man. Motherfucker don't do nothing but lie about every damn thing, man. He get on TV, he got that suit and tie on, looking weird as hell. And people catching on now, too. People starting to see who the wicked really is, man. Because the scripture says that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not wearing, who is he? He's the one running the earth. Isn't his laws on the book? Isn't he the one that's writing the laws that now what are they about to do with this 10-year-old? His little ass supposed to be taken out of here. But you'll have these people in America here, these so-called Christians, well, he's only 10 and he didn't know what he was really into and he didn't know what he was really doing, whatever. They'll put his ass into a little juvenile spot. He'll spend them 8 years there until he turns 18. And they'll go, catch and release his ass. Unless he's a Jake, because this don't sound like no Jake shit here. This not sounding like some black people shit here. This is sounding like Edomite shit all day. A 10-year-old. He done knocked off the 82-year-old. Let's go back. Let's see here. And I'm gonna end out, man. This shit is retarded. But this lets you know what day and time we're in. The Lord said to measure thou the time diligently in itself. He says to watch and pray. What are we watching for? We're watching and praying, or we're watching for what he said will be happening. You don't think that this is it? How much more fucking wickeder can this place get, man? I mean, like, come on, you really think, say this 10-year-old, that generation, he grows up to have some kids. What the fuck you think them kids gonna be like? They gonna be treacherous too, even more treacherous. Then just think about another generation. Are you serious? Man, the Lord is about to torch this place, man, because it needs it. It's the only way to get things back in order. It needs to be cleansed. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, must be taken out of power. As long as this man is in power, everybody talking about these problems that's going on in the world. From overpriced food to the health of a person, obesity, I don't give a fuck what it is. The source of it, if you want to get straight down to the boogie, it's Esau, man. And he got to go before any of those things to be eradicated. Because as long as he's in power, he's going to continually destroy the fucking earth. I'm looking in the sky right now, man. Ain't nothing but fucking shit that look like clouds. We know not clouds. Because clouds don't form the way that this shit is in this. All they do is fly goddamn jets over this bitch all damn day long and let go whatever they letting go. But it's just his whole way of ruling, man. It's wicked, man. So the Israelites must come back into power, starting from, of course, Yahweh, then his son Yahushai, of course. When the Israelites come back into power, things are going to be ran with righteousness, man. The place is going to be cleaned up. You see? It's not gonna be no damn drugs, no adultery, no fucking kids running around killing 10-year-old. Get the hell out of here, man. You stone that motherfucker to death back in the ancient days, man. And Esau not gonna make no examples of any of them neither. You know, you make they'll say it's inhumane if they were to put this little fucker up against the wall and fire squad his ass. But what about the 2 people that he killed? Shouldn't there be blood for blood, life for life? Ain't that what the scriptures say? Esau, you Christians? But we know how this man gets down. Because he stole this whole place. He raped, robbed, and pillaged. He killed millions and millions and millions of so-called Native American Indians. Then he came to the west coast of Africa, kidnapped us, brought us here, killed millions and millions and millions of us. And then he set up courtrooms and shit like he's going to give out real justice. Imagine that. The criminals got courtrooms calling out justice, man, as if they're just. Crazy, bro. And that shows you how wicked he is. That's what that Psalms 50 was just talking about. Hey, you rape, rob, and pillage, and you got my book. What are you doing with it? You don't keep nothing in it. You got all this blood on your hands, and you standing there holding my covenant, my book, and trying to act as if you're a part of it. Get the hell out of here, man. Anyway, just another example here. So, man out there, hey, I pray that this lesson was edifying. With that, Kwame Yashala on the Bible Bar.